Alright, hey, what's up everyone? It's MacTube, and today I want to do a review on a movie that I saw a few weeks ago that I thought you guys might enjoy, that I really liked. Usually I don't like to do movie reviews that much unless I'm like really passionate about the movie and I feel like a lot of people need to see it, get them into the film so they know how good it is. And I think this movie right here I'm about to talk about is definitely worth it. It's called Alpha Dog. I got it right here. It's the Blu-ray. Showed this in a recent update, and I watched it, like I said, a few weeks ago, and it's been in my head ever since I saw it. It's really, really, really good, and I just want to talk about it for a little while. In my movie reviews, I don't like to spoil anything because I think the element of surprise is what makes the movie good, and there is a lot of twists in the movie that I don't want to go into. But basically, I just want to be a little broad and tell you why I liked it and why I think you guys got to take a look at this movie, because I'm going to tell you right now, I think this is one of the best movies I've seen in a while. Came out in 2007. It stars Ben Foster, Justin Timberlake, and Bruce Willis. Those aren't the only stars. This is like there's no real central character to the film, but those are some of the bigger names that you might recognize in it. It's based on a true story. It's a crime movie. Basically, it's about these two people, these two young guys, both drug dealers, and both of them friends. But eventually, one day, they get into a big fight over a deal gone wrong, and they turn into enemies. And basically, one of the guys. They get into fights, and then there's this whole rivalry that comes after this. It's really, really kind of intense. And eventually, one of the guys, his name is Johnny Truelove, and his gang actually decide to get revenge on the guy because they really hate him now, and they decide one day to kidnap the guy's little brother. Like I said, this is based on a true story, so this all happened. I don't know how much of the movie is fictional, how much is real, but I'm here to tell you this is one of the most emotional, good-paced, well-developed movies I've seen in a long, long time, man. I'm telling you, I see a lot of movies, man, and it's hard for certain movies to stick out. This one stands out. I haven't been able to stop thinking about it ever since I saw it. Had to do a review on it, and like I said, one of the guys kidnaps the little guy's brother, and from that point on, it's like he kidnaps the kid's brother, so the other guy will pay him the money that he owes him, which is kind of crazy. But somehow the way they do it is just very unique, and like pretty much that's the main topic of the film. The guy trying to get his little brother back, and the other guy holding his brother with his gang, and how they interact and how they gotta manage to stay out of trouble while settling their differences. So that's the main point, but there's so much more that goes on in the movie. The character development, every character just grows on you throughout the movie. You hate some characters, then you love them, then you hate them, then you love them, and then you don't know what to think. There are a lot of characters. Justin Timberlake, who I've never really been a fan of acting-wise. I like his music, but acting-wise, I never really believed him, because it's hard, to shake his, his music image from the movies. He plays like a really dirty kind of guy in this movie, man. Drug dealer kind of guy, gang. And then at first, it's really hard for me to get into his character, but he's one of the characters who developed the most, because he's partners with the guy who kidnapped the other guy's brother, and he's really kind of a scumbag type of a character. Curses, drinks, gets in a lot of trouble, but even he starts to doubt himself and doubt whether this is a good idea, and why they have to do this. And the characters really develop. It really gets emotional, because the kid himself, which I want to talk about for a minute, he steals the show, because every character in the film like I said, goes through so many transformations throughout the movie. But the kid, who actually, the little brother, becomes the central character towards the second half of the movie, because the backstory on him is he looks up to his older brother, who was one of the guys who's rivaling the other guy. Even though he does drugs, he's always getting into trouble. So if you're a little brother, you can relate to that. He looks up to his little brother a lot because he gets picked on at school. He hates his parents and stuff like that, typical teenage stuff. So one day he runs away from school. He runs away from home, and that's pretty much when the other guys find him and kidnap him. And you would think that the kid would get, a normal kid would be scared and upset and just be going crazy that he's being abducted and tied up. But he actually, he actually befriends the guys who kidnapped him, and they kind of form this weird alliance. And they take him to his house, and they give him ice cream and stuff, and tell him, you're gonna be okay, nothing's gonna happen. We just want to scare him and stuff like that. And the kid, the kid develops throughout the movie. There's parts where he's afraid, he doesn't know what's gonna happen. Then there's other parts where he doesn't care. He uses it to his advantage to get things from people. And it's a crazy movie. It's really interesting, but as it goes on, it just gets darker and darker, and a lot of really sad things happen, because you really get to know the characters, and a lot of characters change their image in the movie and become monsters. And the performances that this kid does is just unforgettable. I really wish I could explain like the stuff that they go through in the movie, the stuff that happens to them after that. Like the little brother feels really the older brother feels real guilty that he let his brother get away. He's being harassed by his parents to find him, and the other guy who kidnapped him, Justin Timberlake's partner, is debating whether he'll get in trouble for doing it, and he debates killing the kid or not killing the kid. And that's the part where the movie really gets serious, and it's really an emotional movie. I don't want to spoil what happens, but you've got to see this movie. There's parts of the way they structure it, since like I said, it's based on a true story. There's parts in the movie where things happen where people see him. They actually walk around in broad daylight with him, so people see them together. They take him to parties, and the kid to parties, even though he's basically a hostage. And throughout the movie, you see different people who are later on identified as witnesses of proving that this actually happened. Is this crazy story, and it's just so many crazy things happen in the story, man. I'm telling you, this is a must-see. I wouldn't steer you guys wrong. This is a great film. This is one of those movies that I wasn't too sure about when I saw the trailers and read the plot and stuff, but I'm telling you, this is a movie that'll stick with you. It came out in 2007. I'm telling you, this probably should have been nominated for awards. It's that good. The performances are amazing, especially the kid here. There's so many other characters that I didn't even get into. I don't want to spoil anything. I just want you guys to watch this movie any way you can. It looks great on Blu-ray. If you get the Blu-ray, I recommend it. If not, watch it any way you can. Like I said, it's a good movie, man. I feel like it really captured everybody's perspective in this whole story. It was one of the biggest stories in the news when it came out. The kid is actually the guy who kidnapped the little brother is actually ended up on the most wanted list, as the youngest guy on the most wanted list in FBI history. So I recommend that you don't go look up the story before you watch the movie, because that'll ruin stuff. And the best thing you can do is just watch the movie knowing as little as possible. But I'm telling you, when you see this movie blew me away. Definitely one of my all-time favorites now. It's that good. Watch the movie. Let me know what you think if you've seen it already. If not, go watch this movie ASAP, man. Great story. It's dark. It's funny. It's got a lot of drama. It's got great characters, great development, and it's just one of the best movies I've seen in a long time. So that was it. That's my review of Alpha Dog. And hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys check it out. This is what the disc looks like in here. I've shown this in a previous update, but just in case you haven't seen it, great release. I'm telling you, man, so many things I didn't even go into. I don't want to spoil any more for you. Definitely go check out Alpha Dogs. One of the best movies I've seen in a long time. It'll stick in your heart. I'm still thinking about the ending. I'm still thinking about how everything went down. Not gonna give you an inch of info on what happens in there, but this movie really gets to you, because the more you see the characters develop, the harsher some of the things that happen to them in the end makes you feel. So definitely one of the movies I enjoyed. I definitely recommend picking this up, watching it. It's really, really good. So I'll be back with more reviews when I can, and like I said, I only review movies I'm passionate about, so this is definitely one of them. So I'll be back with more reviews. If there is a movie that you'd like me to review, let me know in my comment box or PM me, and I'll take a look at it. So that was my review of Alpha Dog, one of the best movies in the past few years, and highly recommended by me. Alright, thanks. Peace.